3 weeks ago, Thailand's top government officials announced new measures to legislate medical marijuana and sent strong signals to the people that there would be no recriminalizing of the world's greatest plant. Green entrepreneurs near and far rejoiced, and for a moment, it seemed that Thailand was once again open for business. But any Donald Trump supporter can tell you a whole lot can change in a matter of weeks. And according to CNN's Heather Chen and Kocha Olarn, Thailand's new government has decided that they will be moving ahead with its original plans to pass new legislation banning cannabis for recreational use in the second major reversal in 18 months after the country became the first in Asia to decriminalize the plant. The relaxed laws saw a lucrative business industry catering to locals and foreigners alike boom across the Southern Asian nation, but a new conservative coalition government came to power late last year, vowing to tighten the rules and only allow medical use. A draft bill was released Tuesday by Thailand's health ministry, outlining hefty fines for prison sentences of up to 1 year for offenders or both. It also welcomed feedback from the public. Like any feedback's gonna fucking matter
Mm-hmm.
at this point. Cannabis and cannabis-related products will be limited to medical and health purposes only. The bill states, echoing Prime Minister Sretha Thavasin's pledge in September that his new government will rectify the laws on cannabis within the next 6 months. Smoking marijuana in public remain illegal even under the relaxed laws, but the proposed new laws will ban advertising and marketing campaigns for cannabis buds and extracts and other cannabis products. Per the article, Thailand became the first country in Asia to fully decriminalize cannabis back in June 2022, a move years in the making and a rarity in a region where many countries give long jail terms and even death sentences for people convicted of marijuana possession, consumption, or trafficking. In nearby Hong Kong, even non psychoactive CBD is outlawed. Singapore maintains the death penalty for trafficking drugs, and residents traveling to Thailand are warned they could still be prosecuted on return if they smoke weed overseas. Medical marijuana has been legal in Thailand since 2018, but decriminalization in 2020 took things a step further, making it no longer a crime to grow and trade marijuana and hemp products or to use any parts of the plant to treat illnesses. Since then, thousands of cannabis dispensaries have sprung up across Thailand, as well as other cannabis themed businesses like weed cafes and hemp spas and beauty treatment centers. Cities like Chiang Mai and capital Bangkok have even held weed festivals, and decriminalization has been a major draw for tourists. But the economic boon was not enough to sway Thailand's new government to follow the lead of Anutin Charvirakul. Sorry, the former health minister who strongly lobbied for cannabis legalization in the country. Sharnavilikul, I have no idea how to pronounce that. Sorry, y'all. Previously told CNN that the intention was never to allow Thais and tourists to smoke weed recreationally or in public. Thailand will promote cannabis policies for medical purposes. There has never once been a moment that we would think about advocating people to use cannabis in terms of recreation or use it in a way that could irritate others, he said. We have always emphasized using cannabis extraction and raw materials for medical purposes and for health. It sounds like the government got to this dude.
Mm-hmm.
He did a total about face on all of this shit. It's like, I never said that. The pro legislation advocates have argued that the cannabis boom across Thailand has helped many Thais, from farmers to small businesses, small business owners, and workers behind the counter. Entrepreneurs previously told CNN that they were strongly against legalization and that would hurt the growing multi-billion-dollar industry. The Future Cannabis Network, an advocacy group in Thailand, expressed disappointment at the government's actions and stressed the importance of quote-unquote public involvement. Kitty Chapaka, a Bangkok based cannabis entrepreneur, has pushed for cannabis legalization for years, calling it a knee jerk reaction from the government, and said that it was not expected. But no matter what happens with the incoming cannabis regulations, it is now too late for cannabis to go back to being classified as narcotics, she said. An earlier draft bill failed to win preliminary approval in November. Prime Minister Thavasin has been vocal about banning recreational cannabis and stated in several media interviews that the drug abuse is a big problem for Thailand. He said that we drafted this law to prohibit the wrong usage of cannabis, and all cannabis recreational usage is wrong. End quote. CNN has
What?
reached out to Thailand's new health minister, Sholan Shrikau for further comment about new proposal. Well, damn, shit was all good just a week ago. It's a sad day indeed for the citizens of Thailand. But hey, what do you know? Maybe new money will come in. They'll change their mind again next week. Of course, medical access is remaining in the country, and that's good. But taking such a drastic step backwards on adult use and backtracking on that again, only to reverse course once again. Each decision within months of each other. It's got to be a confidence killer for those looking to trust the steady hand of competent leadership. But you know what? The trap wins again. I'm Rico Lamitte, the dopest dad on the street for High 9 News. What do you guys think, man?
And Rico,
still gonna go check out Thailand? Cookies has a store out there too, right?
I mean, I'm a medical patient, so it's not gonna change for me.
Yeah, actually, it will potentially, unless you have the appropriate documentation within the country that you're traveling to.
I have all the documentation.
So you're in the Thailand system. You're in the Thailand system.
We got to get Jason some travel advisories. We got to get
here's what you got to do. You got to transport the short bus over there. And they won't ask no questions.
He can fit on the normal size bus. Leave him alone. He gets them just fine. I mean, here's what we're learning. Thailand is
just for the record, we're saying Jason's mentally handicapped. We're not talking shit here.
Yeah, we're not. I'm just using Yaro's words.
I mean, cerebral palsy is a disease in the brain. You guys.
Quit being so mean to Jason, y'all. Just because I'm not.
So let me instead be mean to Thailand. It is hard for me to imagine a world in which Thailand gets to be the arbiter of values when it comes to people's interaction with the plant, when they don't seem to give two fucks about sex trafficking or underage interactions with minors. So if Thailand is going to get on the moral high horse, I encourage them to do that with all the 14-year-old girls you see walking the streets of Pattaya.
Morals are subjective.
Yaro, isn't Thailand known for more like sex tourism than sex trafficking?
I would ask you that. I would tell you there's a very, very slight difference between that. When you come from poverty, I don't know that there's actually a difference at all. But my point is that the things that attract tourists to Thailand, in addition to the amazing food and the gorgeous water and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
What did you call it? Water?
Ladyboys, same but different, Yara.
No, the gorgeous water. They have the whale sharks. We've been scuba diving over there. It's really nice.
Shout out to whale sharks.
That's what you went for?
Okay. In addition to those things that draw tourists, one of the things that draws tourists is their ability to explore their personal liberties, which, given that Thailand is known for its landrace strains, has probably included cannabis consumption with the risk of prosecution for a very long time, and has also included the free expression of what they want to do with their bodies. And I think Thailand is not in a place to be sort of trying to set a moral bar about what is appropriate human behavior, because they are very tolerant in other areas in a way that is not necessarily consistent with the norms of the majority of the 180 countries in this world.
All right. Very good counting. I love the math. Sean raised his hand.
Go ahead, Sean.
No, I was just going to talk about Yaro's comment on fine line between sexual trafficking and prostitution. I think there's a huge line, but that's a separate story for a separate time. So
we can probe that later.
Hey, it's not the size of the line; it's the strength of the curve.
Oh, boy. Whoa! Wow, you guys.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, right. Saturday.